Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now we've got a lot to go through today. The Supreme Court started, put up a picture, and Josh is going to say, well, wait a minute, now that's not that one. You're going to say, well, wait a minute, you just told me to do this. Put up the picture of the Supreme Court. I forget the number it is. It is number 5. Can we have the what's behind number 5? And this would be the Supreme Court. But Kennedy resigned, sitting there next to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's trying to keep from falling out of the chair. So we have Neil Gorsuch in the far upper right-hand corner, and then we got Sotomayor, and then we got Samuel Alito and Elena Kagan, and then we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She just blacks out. She doesn't have to drink. Then we have Justice Kennedy. Now, Justice Kennedy is missing. Remember, he retired, okay? He's very upset. Sources say that he's very upset with the process and what is going on because, you see, he wanted Gorsuch and he wanted Kavanaugh on the bench. And then you have John Roberts, Clarence Thomas, and David Souter. So you have a 4-4 court this morning. That's exactly what they wanted to do, okay? They want a 4-4 court. So what happens is every appeals court, every circuit, from every circuit, the First Circuit, whatever, district, every appeals court decision that goes to the Supreme Court, if it ends in a 4-4 tie in the Supreme Court, the appeals court decision stands, okay? So they will do anything. Schumer told you they will do anything. I mean, this is the most evil, nastiest thing you've ever seen, okay? So you have a 4-4 court this morning, October 1st. We had an opportunity to have that picture there of Kennedy erased and Brett Kavanaugh sitting there. Everything was in line and he should be on the court this morning, but no. So let's go back, Josh, just like I asked you from the beginning. I apologize. Let's go with the first picture. Now, we watched Feinstein, okay, the whole time, all right? And every time, let's remember, okay, let's remember, Feinstein, if you do the research, she was once the mayor of San Francisco, okay? Now think this out, folks. She was once the mayor of San Francisco. Feinstein's hurting in the polls out there. I mean, Dianne Feinstein did not even get the support of the Democrat Party. She did not get their endorsement. Things have not been going her way out in California. So she had to recover with the left, not just the left in general. I mean, you got to remember this. Dianne Feinstein, she lost credibility with the left, the LGBTQ community. She's originally was the mayor of San Francisco, look it up, years ago. Then she becomes a senator but her base is San Francisco. And again, she is hurting bad in California with the far left. She had to redeem herself. These people do not give an SHIT. That's so if the 2- and 3-year-old, the moms, I hope they're not able to spell that yet. Kids in high school, I'm sorry, man. I know you precious little angels have said that word once or twice, maybe more. So she does not care. I mean, like, nobody digs this deep into it. Nobody looks at it. You got Mark Levin and Rush and several others. They do. But I'm just saying, the media, if you get those 1-minute clips going down the road driving in the car, or you get that 1-minute clip in the afternoon, nobody tears into that. You did the research today. Dianne Feinstein, big trouble in California, did not even get her party's endorsement. The most left in the country, and she's in trouble. Dianne Feinstein did everything she did to redeem herself with the left. She did not give, did I already say this, an SHIT about 9 justices on the court. She did not give a rat's about anybody or anything when it comes to the American people other than her self-serving political motivation to get back in her good graces with California. That's it. Nothing else. Do you not think it's a coincidence that Christine Blasey, Bozzy, who's calling this lady everything Ford, Dr. Ford? You do not think it's a coincidence that Dianne Feinstein, which is in trouble with the Democrat Party and the left, finds this lady in California? I mean, we could hash this thing all up and down. But do you realize she finds Dr. Ford in California? She didn't find her in Michigan. Why, this is not a lady in West Texas, because look, Beto O'Rourke, whatever his name is, what if they'd have found this lady in Texas? Maybe that'd help O'Rourke against Ted Cruz. Why, they didn't find this lady, let's see, where else but the most liberal? Google's right down the street. She said the Google kids hang out at her house. Palo Alto, California. It's a coincidence. This is where they found Dr. Ford traumatized, sitting in the corner of a closet, a dark closet, going like this when they open the door because she can't come out of these little quarters. She has to go and hide from time to time. It's not a coincidence, folks. When Brett Kavanaugh looked over and said, hey, this is politically motivated. So this woman sat behind Feinstein all day long. And people were tweeting social media like, who is this Butch? Oh, God, I know that ended my career, right? Oh, heck, I own the place. I mean, boom, there you go. I'm back in, right? So this lady, guy, whatever, nice suit and tie, sitting behind Feinstein all day long. All right, Feinstein look back every once in a while. And remember, I wish you would go to the Feinstein shocker. Who released this? I don't know. Was it somebody in your staff? I don't know. No, it wasn't my staff. So this lady here, Heather C. Sawyer. This is from the Chicago LGBT Hall of Fame. She was inducted in 2012. Heather C. Sawyer, 48 years old, for nearly 10 years of service at Chicago's Midwest Regional Office of Lombarda Legal, and her subsequent efforts in Congress. As Lombardo's senior counsel in Chicago, she worked on issues of HIV, AIDS, LGBT, youth, parenting, and marriage. As minority counselor for the House Judicial Committee, she has continued working for marriage rights. Okay? Described by the Windy City Times as one of the country's leading civil rights attorney. Well, wait a minute. Well, hell, Google it, Josh, and see if the ACLU has broke their usual not getting involved in Supreme Court. See if the ACLU, just Google ACLU denounces Kavanaugh, or comes out and says, you know, Kavanaugh should not be a justice or something. Find me some headlines there, okay? So described by the Windy City Times as one of the country's leading civil rights attorney, Heather C. Sawyers has been recognized for her work on behalf of the Chicago's LGBT community by the ACLU of Illinois. In early 1990, Sawyer defended a Chicago man's right to work for the Boy Scouts of America and won a favorable ruling from the Chicago Commission on Human Rights. Sawyer also helped direct Lombard's groundbreaking work on behalf of LGBT students and youth and the right to be free of bullying in school, to form gay affirming student organizations, and to have access to accurate information about sexual orientation. These damn people don't care if a man walks in a ladies' room, okay? That's okay. That's not sick, okay? These people don't care if a 6-year-old says, I think I'm a little boy, and we think that the 6-year-old little girl should go in the boys' room because that's what they think. These people are sick. But if Brett Kavanaugh actually owned the tap, and they invited him to the party because he owned the tap, and he knew how to tap the keg better than anybody else, okay? He should not be a Supreme Court. Did you find anything, Josh? Yeah.
Says here that the ACLU breaks nonpartisan tradition by opposing Brett Kavanaugh.
Why, hell? Wait a minute. You must be lying. You must have got that from fake news, Josh. They break tradition? Huh. And let's see, this lady on the screen, Heather Sawyer, this set behind Feinstein all day. Chicago LGBT communities by ACLU of Illinois, recognized for her hard work. So there you go, folks. And Jeff Flake sits on 60 Minutes last night, okay? Jeff Flake sits on 60 Minutes last night. Hold on here. Let's go to number 2. There's Jeff and Coons. There's Flake and Coons. Flake and Coons. Sounds like a law office, right? Law offices of Flake and Coons. There they are at 60 Minutes. Given their reasoning. He just thought another week to look into this to feel good. But see, Coons, when he came out and he tapped Flake on the shoulder, it took him in the other room and said, please, let's just talk this over. He had no idea, Feinstein and Sawyer sitting behind Feinstein, that this whole thing is a sham to get Feinstein back in the good of the LGBT, the far left, San Francisco. And we fished out this Christine Blasey Ford, and we're going to use her. I'm going to take a brief break. We'll be back about we'll be back just a little bit. This is our top of the hour break. I'm running a little late, and then we'll come back and close the show. We've got a lot more, folks. You don't want to miss this.